our friends, Gary and Mandy, have a water leak in their camper, and they're waiting for the RV repair guy to come. And I am on my way to the rescue. And I thought I would share with you guys that I have 2 5-gallon collapsible water containers in my handy dandy little new foldable carrying case. And you know, when I bought this stuff, I'm like, I don't know if we'll ever need it. I love the fact that the water containers were collapsible, so they didn't take up a lot of space in the camper. Each one of them holds 5 gallons, so they're still, you know, not so heavy that you can't pick them up. And then I just bought this cart, which yeah, so it's like super easy, and I'm looking forward to going down and rescuing them, for even if it's a couple of tankfuls. See you later.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
So it's a pretty park. The corners kind of have these little palapas, and there's quite a bit of trees and vegetation. Everybody's kind of close together. I can't honestly say that there's a lot of space between the campers. Probably not, barely enough for a picnic table, maybe a fire pit, which sometimes that's all you need, right? But yeah, it's not bad. So this is called Nevada Treasure RV Resort in Pahrump, Nevada. We haven't stayed here before, but yeah, we like it. Sanders Winery in Pahrump, not to be confused with the Symphony Winery. This one is Sanders Winery. I didn't know this one was out here. It's very pretty. I like it. It's a slow time of the year. They are still open for business though. You can make a reservation and come out. The gentleman said that we can bring our own lunch. They are doing wine tastings by reservation only, so you have to give them a call. But very pretty, the mountains in the background. So it's lovely. We're here at the wine, and they let you bring in your own lunch, and we're actually sitting inside. You make a reservation, and yeah. So we brought ham and cheese sandwiches, a little cheese platter, and we are all enjoying our wine, our little spritzer, and our lovely lunch.
Okay, well, I am heading home. It's Thursday evening. I just left my work, my place of work, and I'm gonna go home, grab the dogs, change clothes, and head out to Pahrump to see my lovely wife.
Became such a pain to open and close without any knobs on them. I've just decided they're not even worth my effort at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if we were sure we were gonna keep the rig, we might want to do some work on them, and we might still, who knows, right? But the good news is this is gonna be, I hope I'm not jinxing us, this is gonna be relatively easy to replace, because we just need to get something very similar in size. We know there's a solid backing here and a solid floor here that we can screw it all to, and it'll be secure going down the road, and hopefully we will, and or the next owners will never have this problem again.
Yeah, and this is a 2018. It just amazes me that we don't stay in it full time, and these things are not well put together.
They just aren't. And you know, I liken it to, you know, you can get in a car and drive it down the road and the dashboard doesn't fall out. I mean, the point is, I get that they roll down the road and they're a rolling hurricane or rolling earthquake or whatever.
So are cars.
I get that, but so are cars, right? So are 4x4 trucks. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, just put a little bit of love into it when you build these things, please. Keystone, take it up a notch, man. It's just shouldn't have to be replacing the dresser because it falls apart.
Because of one screw in a drawer rail.
Yeah, I mean, I get you got to control costs, and I get that it's that because of the price points on the various models, some are going to be much better put together than others, and you kind of get what you pay for. But man, so we are there's a silicone beading around this to kind of probably help secure it and make sure nothing falls between it and the wall or whatever. So we're getting rid of that right now. We're cutting it, and then I'm sure it's got a little bit of a glue factor there, which is fine. It may even be glued in other areas, but we'll get that out of our way as well, and then hopefully the whole little unit will just pull away.
A straight edge razor knife would be better, but this is all I've got. Okay, we got it out.
Yeah, look at this. So
It took a minute.
I'm really jazzed about this because, Donna, this means that we can get the right size, but we can put in a very nice little dresser that doesn't do what this one did, right?
Yeah.
If we get a
A
decent
real piece of
quality-
furniture.
Yeah, and there's plenty of hardwood behind it that we can actually screw it in to secure it. We found out the hard way just now that 2 screws, not missing 2 screws when you're taking everything out, can literally hold it in and make it feel solid, like it's still fully mounted. So,
But we didn't really chew up the wall or
No.
anything. I mean, there's a little cleanup I'll do with
yeah, that's just that part anyway. That's silicone.
that's the veneer.
Yeah, that's that
stuff
paper.
on the wood there.
Yeah, that's that paper veneer. So
My,
this is going to come out, and this is literally probably the most inexpensive wood you can buy. I need to quit griping. You get what you pay for, and we bought an entry-level fifth wheel, and God bless Keystone for making those available, because we've had a blast in this thing.
Sure.
So it's easy to gripe about it, and I apologize for that, because at the end of the day, we didn't pay what you would pay for a high-end rig. This would really, really, really freak me out if this was a really, really high-end rig and it was built like this. So I apologize if I've offended anybody at Keystone or any Keystone owners. You get what you pay for, and at the end of the day, we will replace this with something that is much more robust and will last longer and be healthier, and we will enjoy that, and any future owners hopefully will enjoy that we put that work into it.
What you doing, Carl?
Well, Donna, we got a new subscriber yesterday. His name's Ernie, and he's a friend of my brother's, and he was asking about my rear caster wheels. We got them from Source 4 Industries. This is not a paid endorsement. We got them from Source 4 Industries. They are really heavy duty. They're a little bit on the expensive side. They're about $150 a wheel, but I'll tell you what, they have saved our rig. And they're very robust, as you can see, and they actually have a grease zerk on each wheel so that you can keep those axles of the wheel from freezing up. We've had these for over a year and haven't had a problem with them. They work great. That's how we got into our driveway at the other house, because the driveway was so steep. We actually had to have these wheels. And then if you look under here, here's the beauty, is they just bolted to my existing frame. I had to do no welding. The frame is welded on to attach to the bumper, and so I was able to just bolt them on. I had the mounting plates came with them. The bolts and nuts that came with them, the bolts were not long enough. Overall, I swear by them. They're worth the money.
Well, they're
And-
the third set we bought also.
Right. The first two sets we bought were hard plastic or nylon, and the first set crushed instantly. It just didn't work at all. We ended up using 2x4s as skids to get us up in that driveway. We bought a second set. They lasted for like 2 trips, and then they busted. And finally, we gave up and said, okay, let's spend the high dollar money and get these. So all in all, we're probably into these for about $800 because of the other 2 sets that we bought. But that's okay. It's live and learn, right? And hopefully, this tip about Source 4 Industries and their caster wheels will help you make the right decision the first time, so that you don't buy a bunch of wheels and caster wheels that you don't need.
Well, the second set that we bought, we got actually from Camping World and had them install them, thinking that that was the solution to the problem.
Yeah.
But even those weren't beefy enough for this camper. And this isn't one of the heavier ones.
No, but you know what? It's got quite an overhang coming off the rear axles, and that adds to the weight and the pressure as you're trying to, because you're literally, as you know, as you're going up a hump with the rear, like if you're backing up, you're putting a bunch of pressure on those wheels, and literally for just a moment, it's supporting the weight of the whole rig, except for whatever's over your bed and whatever your hitch is handling. There's just a moment there where, at least for our driveway experience, where those wheels were carrying the entire weight of the rig. So I will tell you, we have since moved out of that house, so we don't have that driveway concern, but we've come out of you know how this goes, right? We've come out of parking lots and so forth and hit some pretty good dips, and I just take it easy, because you want to give those casters a moment to adjust and spin to square up with that dip. And I'll tell you what, they were worth the money for us anyway, and they're great. Remember this Source 4 Industries. I'll try to remember to put a link down below for you as well. And Ernie, welcome aboard. Hey Donna, what are you doing?
Cooking breakfast.
What are you cooking there?
We are going to have biscuits and gravy and bacon and hash browns. And I'm going to cook the gravy on the Blackstone, so I can show you guys how you can do it that way. I'm going to start with the bacon, and then we're going to add the hash browns, and then we'll move on from there.
Okay, so you're not going to cook the gravy on the flat top itself, right?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
Okay. Because I was going to tell you that I don't think that would work. And I don't even cook.
Okay guys, so you'll notice when you're cooking on the Blackstone that there are certain areas of the grill that get hotter than others. So what I'm going to do is, I've moved my potatoes over to the side and my bacon's all done, but I'm going to put my pot on the stove. And what I have in here is, I have a pound of breakfast sausage, and I've already put it in my pan. I'm going to put a little oil on it, and I'm going to put this on the hottest part of the grill. Okay, and then we're going to just let that get hot. So I cooked the sausage down. I added a whole stick of butter, melted that down, and then I've added 1/3 of a cup of flour. We stir that in until all of the flour is incorporated into the sausage and cooked through a little bit, just a couple of minutes. And now I have added 2 cups of milk, and you want to stir and stir, but you can see clearly that it's getting more than hot enough on the Blackstone to get my gravy going, and a little salt and pepper, and then we're good to go. And I've stuck the biscuits, I did pre-make the biscuits before we left town and froze them, and now I have put them in aluminum foil, and they're sitting in the oven staying warm. If I had a little bit more room, or if I wanted to, I could always put the biscuits to the back side of the grill, and they would stay warm back there as well. But cooking for a few of us this morning, and so I needed the extra space on the grill. But there you go, you guys. You can definitely make biscuits and gravy on your Blackstone whenever you like.
Hi, everyone.
We had a great time in Pahrump.
We are back home. Donna spent a week there by herself. How was it?
It was lovely.
Did you miss me?
I did.
Did you miss the dogs?
I did.
Did you miss your own bed?
Yes. Always. These mattresses are terrible.
So we just got home from Pahrump, and we'll unload the rig and then take it back tomorrow. And we just wanted to say hey, and we're glad to be home. And
Don't forget to like
and share,
and subscribe.
and we'll see you next
week.
week.